Hey Nerdy Ghouls! Today I'm really excited because I'm finally going to be sharing one of my favorite collections, which is my spooky Halloween mug collection with you ghouls. I have been wanting to film this collection for probably over a year now, but between moving and just adjusting to life in Denver, I just hadn't had the chance to really take everything out and enjoy it in all of its full spooky glory, to be honest. I'm gonna try really hard to keep it short and sweet and to the point, but also some of these mugs have such special memories and stories behind them that I want to make sure that I really give them the time that they deserve, if that makes sense. Before we get started, I did want to say hello and welcome to all of the new Nerdy Ghouls that might be watching. I'm Mandy Spooks, and this is our spooky oasis where we celebrate the magic of Halloween and spooky pop culture every day. If you're new, I would greatly appreciate if you decide to join our Nerdy Ghoul community officially and hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any of the spooky ghoul stuff I'm brewing up for you. Alright, so I'm sure you're just as excited as I am because this is a very special video, so I'm gonna dig right in. To start, we have this really cool Frankenstein mug. This one is mostly for Mr. Spooks. I think we got it from the Sourpuss shop, if I'm not mistaken. This has been a really solid mug. I really love the aesthetic of it. It has held up really well considering that it's white. There's no stains on it or anything, and it is a great solid hefty mug to hold on to, and it fits quite a lot. I think the detail on it is really cool, and there's not really many mugs like it, so I'm really glad that Mr. Spooks decided to get it when it came out. Next we have my Spookworm Club mug. I don't think I need to say much about this one. It is what I drink from when I am feeling spooky and cozy and wanting to read a good spooky book for Spookworm Club. Next we have this magical rotten apple from Spirit Halloween. I mean, look at this. It matches my nails, so you can tell that I really love it. I feel like the camera does not do it justice, but spoiler alert, you guys are gonna learn this in this video, but my favorite Disney villain is the Evil Queen. So the rotten apple is a must for me, but I'm not necessarily a fan of the red and slimy green vibe. So when I saw this one, it was a must have for my collection because it's got Mandy Spooks vibes, you know? Okay, and then next we have my Weirdos mug from The Craft. It says The Craft on one side, and then it says Weirdos on the other side, because you know we are the Weirdos, mister. Sorry if I'm looking off camera a lot. I just want to make sure that the product shots are coming out good and in focus for you ghouls. So this one I got to celebrate the launch of Not Another Spooky Podcast, to be honest. The Craft was one of the first episodes that I was going to be recording, and I really wanted a mug to get into all of the Craft magical vibes. And I don't know if I already said this, but this one is also from Spirit Halloween. This might be the oldest mug I own in my collection. It is the Evil Queen, and I'm gonna do a little slow motion turn for you because it just has so many cool things on it. And hello, there she is. This is from the Disney store, I believe. Yeah, it says Disney store on it. I'm not even gonna lie to you ghouls, I have had this for so long that I can't remember how I got it. I think my sister bought it for me, or I might have bought it when I was with my sister, but I'm pretty sure my sister bought it for me for Christmas many years ago. This has traveled with me all the way from El Paso to Phoenix and then to Denver, and yeah, it's a good quality mug. And I don't know if I focused on this part, but the witch version of the queen is right there too. I love it. Story time! So this mug here is from a very special Nerdy Ghoul, Camille, who is also known as Chapters from the Crypt. On Instagram, I have mentioned her a few times. She sent me the sweetest care package once that was this mug. I had seen that she posted about it, and I was like, where did you get it? I must have it. And she was like, I got it at, I think she said Home Goods or Marshall's or one of those stores a few years ago, and I wanted it so bad. She was so sweet. She sent it to me, and she included it with an entire care package and stuffed it with goodies, and it meant the world to me because it's the Bride of Frankenstein. So this was really sweet, and this is probably one of my favorite gifts I've received since becoming a content creator, honestly. the Haunted Mansion. This one is more Mr. Spooks' mug, if I'm being honest. It's really cool, and I love Haunted Mansion, but these busts were definitely more for Mr. Spooks, because you'll see my Haunted Mansion mug pretty shortly. Hello! So the reason that I really wanted Gremlins mugs was because I'm really trying to build out a Spookmas collection for my entire collection, because like I'd love to get to a point where I have different seasons for the rack, even though it's hard to keep up with and like stay consistent with it. So yeah, that was why I got this gizmo. I have another Gremlins mug, but I just really wanted to have like Spookmas vibes to build out a full collection for the rack, if that makes sense. Okay, Mr. Spooks has quite a few mugs. I thought this was supposed to be my collection, just saying. Okay, so this is his mug from Voodoo Donuts. I'll put a link here to the video where we actually got this. In case you haven't been to Voodoo Donuts, it was like our first time going. So it says the magic is in the hole, and it is referring to the donut. This one here is a gift from a very special friend, Tina. She gave me this because she knows that I love Dia de los Muertos, and at the time that she gave it to me, we only had Lolo, our smaller dog, so it kind of just like represented Lolo, which was always really cute. I told you my Haunted Mansion mug was cool, so here it is. It has the actual axe, and then it has Haunted Mansion on one side, and then on the other side it says R.I.P. Constance Hatchaway. Who is excited for the Haunted Mansion movie? I am cautiously optimistic about it because so far I haven't been like vibing with what I've seen, but I am gonna give it a try and go to the movie and give it like a fair shot before I give like my actual opinion on it, you know? Okay, so this next mug here means the world to me. So I'm gonna take you guys back in time. 2020 happened. I was just starting the Ghoulmates podcast. I was going through my master's degree program. We were in quarantine from the pandemic. I was so stressed, like probably the most stressed I've ever been in my life. And Steffi's Doodles released this artwork of Lily Munster. Like the detail on it is so sweet. I mean, obviously she's wearing purple. She has the little Eddie Munster mug right here. She has the bat necklace that I always wear that was inspired by her. And when I saw this piece of artwork, my heart melted. Like I have never had this reaction with art in the past or ever since. But I would just like look at that artwork and like feel this sense of relief. Like it was just something I really needed in my life. I don't even know why. I ended up buying all of the artwork from that collection that I could at that time, because I know she's like expanded it, and they're called the Coffee Ghouls. So they like are displayed in an area here that you can see often, but I hate that they're never visible in video, so I'll show you a little clip here. But this mug is just, I don't even know why. I don't really use it often enough because I love it so much that I'm scared of like using it too much and like ruining it, but this artwork means the world to me. Like it's one of the most special art pieces I've ever seen in my life. Next we have the Corpse Bride, and then on the other side we have the couple. I really love the detail of the gold ring on this mug, and this mug is also from Spirit Halloween. I should have been sponsored by Spirit for this video. And then another Spirit mug. Okay, so this one is Michael Myers. This one is one of my favorite fun mugs because sometimes I'm not, so funny story. I love Michael Myers. If you know me, if you don't know me, now you know. Michael Myers is bae. Like, Michael Myers is the entire reason that I love horror at all, and I'm very picky and particular about the artwork of Michael Myers that I find. Same thing with Hocus Pocus and the Sanderson sisters. Like, it has to be really specific to my liking for me to actually want the item because, I don't know, I'm just picky, I guess. So when I saw this one, it was a must because I loved the design of Michael on it. I loved the blood dripping, and then on the other side, there is a pun and it says, "Have a knife day." And if you know me, you know I love my puns. So this is like the ultimate Mandy Spooks horror mug. All right, let's get into this entire area that you see right here. You don't even see all of it, guys. Like, there's a lot. So first we have the Rae Dunn section. This one is super cute. It says Candy Coma, and on the inside it is orange. And I just think that this mug like encapsulates the true spirit of Halloween, which is like trick-or-treating and candy tasting. So that was why I got this one, because I feel like many times the Halloween community focuses so much on decor and decorations that I feel like the true spirit of Halloween gets lost sometimes. And that mug is just like my little reminder of like one of the many things that makes Halloween magical. And then next we have my Falling For You mug. It is this like dark maroon color and the inside is orange. Also, this mug represents like my love for Colorado because we moved here for the first time last spring. It's been a year officially, and it was my first time experiencing a fall season in real life, like in real time as well. So this mug was just kind of like to commemorate my first fall, and it really just means like falling for you, Colorado. Next we have Mr. Spooks' mug, Pumpkin King. I'm like really upset because they had the matching set that was Pumpkin Queen when he got it, but I was going through my little broken content creator phase at the time, and it was orange and I didn't want it. I have previously talked about how I really hate the color orange, and I have recently, like I said, what's the word? Emotions are a roller coaster and healing is a journey, and something that I've realized recently is that I never hated the color orange. I just hated the association I had to it with like content creation and Halloween hunting, if I'm being honest. And this color, just like this shade of orange, just like screams Halloween hunting to me. But the thing is, I actually always loved orange, but I loved burnt orange. Burnt orange was one of my wedding colors, and so recently I have like healed my journey with my feelings with orange, and I'm really looking forward to embracing my favorite shade of orange this season, if that makes sense. Story time, finally. So we have a Luke Steiner mug, and this mug is from our honeymoon. This is part of the origin story of my spooky coffee bar, but this was actually the first mug I ever bought specifically for my spooky coffee bar. And it wasn't originally going to be a spooky coffee bar. It was going to be a fictional coffee bar, if that makes sense. So like, I wanted to collect mugs that represented fictional places. And of course, Luke Steiner was one of them. I don't know if I showed you, but the back says Gilmore Girls. So yeah, this was the first one I ever bought. This is also one of my most prized possessions, if I'm being honest, because it's from like actual WB Studios. Like, it's just great quality. I'm not a fan of like regular sized mugs, if that makes sense. So the fact that this one is like solid and like one of those you could just like hold makes me really happy. Of course I need a Universal Monsters mug. So I'll slowly do a turn here for you ghouls. So this one is newer from Spirit Halloween as well, and I really loved the design on it, and I love that it featured all the monsters, because oftentimes it's missing like one or two. I mean, this isn't even the full collection, but I thought it was really cool that they included Wolfman, the Creature, the Mummy, just like a good variety of the monsters on this mug. Beetlejuice. I think this one speaks for itself. I mean, it is so cool. I can't remember if I got this at Spirit. Did we get this at Spirit? Ooh, it's kind of dusty because this one's been in the shelves. I think this one is from Spirit, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember correctly. Okay. Now we have the other Gremlins mug. Tell me this isn't cute. Gizmo's just like, hello. I like holding him up here so it looks like he's part of my face. Hello. This speaks for itself. This one is also from Spirit. Fun fact, Mr. Spooks actually got me the two Gremlins mugs and the Corpse Bride mugs on clearance at Spirit on November 1st. So shout out to Mr. Spooks for Halloween hunting, or Halloween clearance hunting for me. This one's not spooky, but it owns my heart, and it's Cafecito and Pan Dulce. I mean, If you're Mexa or Latina like me, then if you know, you know, you know. But it has the pan dulce, the marranitos. Like, it was because of the marranitos that I needed this mug. And I genuinely wish that it was purple, but it was so freaking cute and like on point that I needed to have it anyway. And I also like the size of this mug because it's not like your standard size, but it's not one of the larger ones either. So it's just like a good, great size. I'm obsessed with size, if you can't tell. I don't know what that says about me. Ghostbusters, of course. So I remembered Ghostbusters and the Beetlejuice one were mugs that we got during our Ghoulmates journey because we loved that they had like so much green on them, and of course the slime, but they're still two very iconic spooky pop culture movies that I love. And then we have another Beetlejuice mug. This one is also from Spirit. Sorry, I don't have much to say about these because they don't have like stories behind them. They're just like cool mugs that we were able to get. So yeah. Oh, and I love that this one says Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice on the back. Some storytelling, you know? Next we have, I gotta turn on the water for this one, guys. So if you guys can hear me, this is the Haunted Mansion mug. I got this as a surprise for Mr. Spooks last summer. And it is the like paintings from Haunted Mansion, but as you can tell when you fill it with hot water, it starts to fill in the drawings. Let me see if I can get it to work. Okay, ready? Let's see if it happens. It might not be hot enough. Awkward. Okay, let's get hotter water. It's not happening. You know what's really happening is the mug is like, I think you should make a cup of brew for this video right now. So I'm gonna set that and see if that activates it for you ghouls. This is a vanilla lavender latte and it is absolutely magical. So that's what I'm gonna make for right now. And let's hope that it actually makes the mug start to stretch the paintings. Oh, it's working finally. I hope you guys can see it on camera. Oh my god, I think the drink stopped just before completing the painting. Why does it hate me? But see how it like grew from the bottom up? That's what she said. I don't know. Steamy. Okay. Well, you get the point. This is like a super cool Haunted Mansion mug and it is from Hallmark. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Hallmark releases this year. I think they're releasing some Hocus Pocus stuff. So I'm hoping that we get some cool Hocus Pocus mugs maybe. I don't know. Okay, that's how it is filled in. There's obviously like a weird indent from where the like actual painting ends, but it's pretty cool if you ask me. That one looks pretty good. Oh, so freaking cool. Okay, it's starting to fill in more now that the heat has sunk in. Oh my god, I'm burning myself, sorry. All right, enough of that. Let's let that cool down. Continuing, we have another special mug. Okay, so this Mickey Pumpkin mug is from the time that we went to Disney for the Ghoulmates content, and if you want to see that magical day, you can check it out right here. It was one of my favorite memories from the Ghoulmates. So here we have the pumpkins, and then on the other side it says trick or treat. And this mug is like the mug I pull out every halfway to Halloween because it's like pumpkins and it just gives me all of the spooktacular vibes. Okay, next we have another Beetlejuice mug that is my favorite Beetlejuice mug we have, and it's Never Trust the Living. The reason I love this one is because it is like a great, perfect soup mug. I love soup mugs. So it says, Never Trust the Living on one side with the sandworm and then Beetlejuice on the other, and it is like the perfect Mandy Spooks lavender purple, so I just love this one. This one was from Amazon, which was a great find. And then we have another Beetlejuice one, which is the sandworm. It has the little face over here, or right here. It did come with a soup mug, or like a spoon. Let me see. I have it right here. Okay, so it comes with the sandworm spoon for this. It's intended to be a soup mug, but the reason why I don't like this one for soup is because it feels very fragile. Like, it's huge. The spoon feels like very fragile as well because it's glass, and it's just so big. Like, I could fill half of this with like anything and be extremely full, so it's just like way like more depth than other soup mugs, which is why I don't tend to go for this one first. I hope that makes sense. Okay, and then now we have my ultimate comfort mug, which is my Dragonfly Inn mug. And I know I said the other one is my favorite Beetlejuice mug, but this is my favorite soup mug, period. You know, and the reason is because it was designed so well. Look, it has a thumb part, like a little section for you to rest your little thumb when you're holding it, because, you know, ghouls like me have little hands, so it's hard to like carry a hefty mug and eat comfortably. But this one is like just the perfect mug design for comfort. Like, who thought of that? I need more of these in my life. And by the way, this one is also from my honeymoon. So I got the Luke's Diner one and Dragonfly Inn one while we were at WB Studios. Over here, we have this little mug set that was from At Home. This was from one of my first, is it in focus? Okay. This was from one of my first hunting videos. I'll never forget, like, I know I have mixed feelings about hunting videos and what they've become, but I will never forget the first time that one of our hunting videos went viral. I had asked if anyone had seen this specific set of mugs in any of the Arizona stores, and I literally woke up to so many messages on YouTube and on Instagram from ghouls all around Arizona giving me advice on how to find these. And it was just crazy. Like, literally overnight, my DMs were flooded, and it meant the world to me to realize that like our videos were finally being seen by people. So these mugs are gonna like never part from me, because they always remind me of the feeling of realizing like, oh my gosh, people saw our video, you know? So yeah, that's a sweet little story about those mugs. And then we have, this is the only thing I have ever ordered from Poshmark. And I'm like afraid to share it because I do not support like reselling, like buying things and reselling them, because it's so unfair. But like when you see this, you're gonna know why. I had to do it, ghouls. It's Frank and the Bride with the two little lightning bolts, just like my space months. Like, I could not have these. I was so lucky that I found a seller that was selling them like at a very fair price. But if not, like, I don't know what I would have done. Like, look at the little scars. It's too much. They are so cute. And since we're on the note of coupled mugs, are you ready for these? Hello. These are so cute. These are also overwhelmingly big. I think you guys saw when I made the coffee in here, I was really overwhelmed. So these are overwhelmingly big, but they're just like the ultimate cozy mug on a snow day when I am enjoying a cup of coffee at the same time as Mr. Spooks. Okay, more story time. So I have two cauldrons, and both of them have very special stories. So the first one is from my best friend, Danny. He got me this Hocus Pocus mug back in 2018. I just realized it has the spell book on it. How have I never seen that? Okay, anyway, he got me this for the 25th anniversary of Hocus Pocus. It was so freaking cool and so sweet of him. He shipped me like an entire little gift package from Disney World that was Halloween themed, and this mug is the cutest thing ever. So yeah, obviously this is one of my favorite mugs. It just, It makes me so happy, and it makes me think of him every time. Hocus Pocus. Hocus Pocus is like one of our things in our friendship, and it just makes me really happy every time I see it. But then I have another cauldron, and I love that they're very similar, but the shapes are slightly different. This one's like bubblier. And this one was actually a very special gift from a Nerdy Ghoul, Sabrina. Sorry, I don't think it's focusing because of all the color. There we go. So this one's a plain mug, and it was actually a gift from a Nerdy Ghoul, Sabrina, who was making candles during quarantine, and she made me a Mandy Spooks candle for my first attempt at making a YouTube channel, and it was purple inside, and it was just perfect and magical. And so of course when I finished the candle, I had to save the cauldron mug for it. Okay, we're almost done. I promise. We have less than 10, less than 8, maybe just 5, 6 more after this. Okay, this one is Mr. Spooks'. I had to share it with you ghouls because it's just so funny. It's Godzilla. Sorry, it's dark in here, so I can't like show him properly because he blends in. But if I'm being honest, he's one of those mugs that's really cool but really difficult to drink out of. Like, it's just like really steep. Like what you see is literally like where the coffee fits, and then like little crevices inside of him. So he's kind of awkward to drink out of, but he's really cute. Next we have my Ghoulmates mug. I could never part with this, even though we have retired the Ghoulmates YouTube content. So we have Ghouls and Kisses, which I still have kept with me to this day. And then I had this cute little design that was the Ghoulmates heart, which were the ghouls, and of course the kisses. And then we have a cute little gift from my familiar, the gato. Oscar gave me this for my first Christmas as Mandy Spooks, I think. And it was so sweet because he knows that your ghoul loves themes. So he sent me an entire gift package that was witchy themed, and this Sabrina mug was one of them, which was really cute. And it was an entire, well, mostly an entire package from my favorite, one of my favorite spooky cute shops, which is Em & Sprout. So yeah, I consider this one of my Christmas mugs, to be honest, because of course the colors, and then there is a Spookmas episode in the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. So yeah. And then you all have seen this one, my friend's mug. It's a Mandy Spooks moment because it's lavender, and I mean, could I be any spookier? You know, I had to share it. And then we have, just kidding, I lied, there's 3 more. Okay, next we have Mr. Spooks' Jason mug. It's pretty cool. It has his, it's not a knife. Oh my gosh, there's a word for it. I think it's with an M. I can't remember, I'm having a brain fart. Anyway, this is his mug, and then I have, I think this one was from Spencer's. And then I have this old mug too that I think I got like at Ross once, but again, it has that iridescent purple Mandy Spooks vibe that I love. It, poor thing, like I could see in the video that it's like looking rough. And then last one. Okay, and then last one, this is my fancy little tea party mug. Hello! But I love it because it has a bat on the inside, and it's just like so gothic and spooky and beautiful, to be honest. I remember the one time I have wanted to use this was when I was reading Mexican Gothic, because I just felt like it fit the mood of the book for some reason. And this was from Killstar. Oh my gosh, I keep forgetting some. Last one for realsies this time. We have a corn candy mug. This was actually a set we scored at Home Goods last year. Mr. Spooks went crazy for it because he loves corn candy. Like, you guys know how I'm like about the whole like bright orange thing. He loves orange, and like everything I'm not obsessed with Halloween, he's obsessed with, so we just like complete each other, you know. So he really wanted these, and I was like kind of not annoyed, but I was like whatever about it. And then when we brought them home, I became obsessed with them. So they're super cute because of course the lid comes off, and then it has a matching pumpkin spoon. So they're super cute. There's 2 of them, I wanted to show his eyes because it looked like he didn't have eyes at first. And these are really cute because you know what I really love about them is you can fill them and then top them with whipped cream and you complete the corn candy without having to add the lid. So it's just a little Mandy Spooks hack you have there. Okay, I was gonna try drinking this for you ghouls, but it's still way too hot. It is simmering. Okay, so that is my entire spooky mug collection. I hope you all enjoyed seeing it and going through it as much as I did. I can't wait to see how it evolves because in the past I had shared my spooky bag collection and that has already evolved and I can't wait to film a new one. But I would love to know in the comments down below what your favorite mug from my entire collection was and why. Like, let me know why it was your favorite. I'm curious to know. And I would also love to know if you guys loved this entire like me sharing my collection vibe, because I also have, like I said, my bags have gone through a whole new phase. I have spooky board games, spooky vinyl records, earrings, clothes. Let me know in the comments down below which collection you would like me to film next. And until next time, sending you ghouls and kisses. Bye!